Thank you for coming today. It's a good crowd. Actually, I think we were prepared for a little bit less, but it's always good to see people do these events. So thank you for coming this morning. So today is really celebrating students that are going to enter a technical field. It's a big deal. There's a really good future for you. So today what we're going to do is have some guest speakers. They're going to talk to you about what you're kind of going to go into. And you'll come up and sign. We're going to give you a hat. You'll take a picture with our president. And then once we're done, we'll wrap things up and we'll go back to the atrium. There's some food. And there'll be more tables. So we'll have some tables set up for everybody if you want to stay for lunch. We'll kick things off with a short video kind of explaining what NC3 really is. Or NC3 Signing.
So I'd like to welcome you to National Technical Letter Intent Signing Day.
Today, you're taking a step forward. Career and technical education hold a world of possibilities for your future career.
We want to wish you the best of luck and pass along the congratulations on the choices you're making today and the future successes you're going to.
That success starts today as you embark on this exciting new educational journey in CTE.
Congratulations on participating in this year's National Signing Day for Career Technical Education.
Welcome to National Signing Day and to your very bright future.
I want to congratulate you on making this important decision.
And I want to thank all the participating colleges for joining us on this very, very special day, recognizing students from all across this United States of the value and the nobleness of technical education.
This was an idea about how to engage directly with young people and bring them into great career fields.
And this event celebrates and recognizes the critical importance of career and technical education.
Today you're signing with a school that's going to prepare you for the quickly changing world of work.
This commitment to become the next generation of skilled professionals places you on the forefront of innovation.
This certificate or degree and the certifications you earn will be the proof your future employer needs to know you'll get the job done.
You'll not only be ready for the first job, but on a journey for a very successful career.
So your interest in educating yourself not only helps you and your family,
but it's also important to your community and to the nation as a whole.
Today, we celebrate your commitment to become part of that great American legacy.
Congratulations to the schools, instructors, and family members
whose support helped make this momentous day possible.
We are here as industry partners to cheer you on.
Thank you for participating in this important day.
We're very proud of you. We're very glad you're joining us.
I'm delighted today to join NC3, congratulating students who are signing today for challenge and opportunity tomorrow.
Hope has a face. Today that hope begins. Congratulations to all of you. What a great day this is.
This country of ours was built by the hearts, the minds, and the strength of its people. It was not by chance that we got here. It was because people dared to set their sights and achieve. NC3 celebrates you. You are the dreamers of today, the doers of tomorrow. Your signature on this National Signing Day sets your sights on success, and we are here beside you. Together we will build, grow, and improve. There are thousands of you today, across the country, declaring your intent to achieve. Career and technical education is the key to your bright future. That's why your instructors, your school, and NC3 are here for you. That's why our industry partners are investing in you. We want you to certify that you've got what it takes to succeed, and we know you do. We want the world to know what you are capable of. You sign today to formally continue your journey, a journey to the career that we know you deserve. You will transport us in vehicles faster and smarter than they have ever been. You will keep us safe and comfortable in buildings, stronger and brighter than they have ever been. You will use the tools and technology of today to build the tools and technology of tomorrow. You will feed us, keep us healthy, and light the way. Your creativity and ideas will enable invention, conservation, and endless possibilities for all of us. NC3 and our industry partners are proud of you. We celebrate you. So, sign your name and join us. We need you now more than ever. Congratulations and welcome.
Really like that video, and I have a son, 20 years old. He's going to Ranken. He's about to graduate in May with a dual degree in electrical, and I can pretty confidently say I'm pretty excited for him, and I think he's got a good future. And that's really what we're talking about today is your decision to enter a technical career. Start your path with Ranken is great, and we really want to celebrate that. There's a lot of companies that are looking for our graduates. We have one that's going to talk to you here soon. So we have some guest speakers, and the first guest speaker is actually interesting to me because he was a student, graduated Ranken, became an instructor, and now he's our president. So this is Mr. Don Pohl.
Thank you, thank you. So I will tell you, again, I appreciate the applause, but really it's not about me today, right? It's all about you. As Frank said, my name is Don Pohl. I'm the president here at Ranken Technical College. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, staff, administration, and the current students, I want to welcome each and every one of you here today. We're so proud to have you here. Just out of curiosity, how many Ranken graduates or alumni do we actually have out there in the crowd? If you just raise your hand. Very good, we've got quite a few. So I will tell you, in fact, Mr. Maisel, who raised his hand right here in the front row, he graduated in 1972, right? So I will tell you, students who are about to embark upon this, if you want to see your future, if you want to talk about, well, what was it like yesterday or a day or two ago, he'd be happy to share some stories with you and tell you what his experiences were like, right? So usually when I get in front of a group of people, I get the honor of putting my sales hat on and selling you on Ranken. Well, this is a little bit different because I don't have to sell you on Ranken, right? You've already enrolled, you've already signed, you're getting ready to make it official here today. So I don't necessarily have to sell you on Ranken. So what I'm going to do is take a chance to tell you a little bit about what you're about to get into, right? So one of the things, has anybody heard of triple threat instruction? And let me define what I say triple threat instruction is, right? It's where, and you may be in a class like this right now if you're currently in high school. At one point in time, you signed up for the class because it was advertised as one thing. You got into the class, you found out it really wasn't about that at all. And then you started taking tests, and you found out that the test wasn't even over what the class really was about, let alone what it was advertised about, right? So that's triple threat instruction. We don't do that here at Ranken. We're very open about what our expectations are. We tell you the expectations, and at that point in time, we hold you accountable to those expectations. So I do want to take this opportunity today just to tell you a little bit about what you've all signed up for. And first off, as the slide says, 3 locations, 1 mission. Just out of curiosity, you'll see that it's Wentzville, St. Louis, and Perryville, and really Wentzville is west because at this point we've actually added a facility at Troy, right? And then of course, I'll go back, make people seasick, right? Bouncing back and forth. We've also got Perryville, which we're getting ready to open up a brand new facility, in fact, in fall at our Perryville location, our southeast location, if you will, our south location. So I ask the question, how many of the students here that are here today are attending the St. Louis location? Okay, so the majority of you. How about the Wentzville or Troy location? So a handful. How about Perryville? Very good. So we've got a representation from each and every location. That's awesome. I'd love to hear that. How many of you are starting in summer or fall? So you're all starting in fall. That's good too, because we do have summer starts as well. But that's awesome. We welcome you in fall, of course. It'll be right around the corner, right? It happens quicker than you think. Now I will tell you, regardless of that location, our mission is the same. And we're very mission driven. So as a student, you are part of that mission. So I'll ask the question, who knows what our mission is? Who can tell me what our mission is? And I'm really talking to the students right here, right? Not the employees, because they better know it. And the graduates typically know it too, but what about the students? What's our mission? What's Ranken's mission? Anybody know? Oh my gosh, we'll enjoy this. It's a bunch of quiet students, I promise you. In a couple of years, you'll all get to know each other, and we won't have this quietness. So I'll have to warn you, as Frank said, at one point in time, I used to teach here. A long time ago, far away, so if you don't start answering, then I start calling on people. So who wants to take a shot at our mission? What do you think? What's our mission? Man, you all signed up and you don't know our mission. Our admissions teams did a really, really good job then, right? If you go ahead, take a stab at it. Who wants to take a stab at our mission? Yes, go ahead. Yeah, prepare you for the future jobs. Absolutely. It's right on target. What else? Who can add to that? Yes. Help you make the best decisions for the future. Absolutely. We'd like to think that. Anybody else? So, you all said it right, and there's nothing wrong with what you said, but we put it a little bit more, quote-unquote, educationally, since we are an institution of higher learning. Our mission states that Ranken Technical College is a private, non-for-profit, degree-granting institution of higher learning whose primary mission is to provide the comprehensive education and training necessary to prepare students for employment and advancement in a variety of career fields. You'll know that mission by the time you graduate. In fact, once you get one of these anti-ID cards, it's printed on the back of the ID cards, it's outside the buildings, it's inside the buildings. We live and die by this mission, and we really believe in it. Now, what does that mission actually mean? It states we're private, non-for-profit. A lot of people get us confused with the for-profits, the proprietary schools. It's not us. In fact, very rich history. David Ranken actually had a problem that I hope we all have at some point in time in our lives. He had so much money, he had no idea what he could possibly do with it. Couldn't possibly spend it, didn't know what he was going to do with it, so he went to the mayor of the city of St. Louis at the time, Rollo Wells. He said, "You got any idea what I can do with my money?" So the mayor said, "Let me think about it, I'll get back to you." So the mayor thought about it and came back to him with this idea of creating a school to teach the dignity of labor. That there's nothing wrong with working with your hands for a living. David Ranken liked that idea, and we've been operating continuously since 1907, right at this very location, doing just that, teaching the dignity of labor. Now the second piece of that states we're a degree-granting institution of higher learning. What does that mean to you all? A degree-granting institution of higher learning. What does that mean? Doesn't mean anything to you? Come on, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You can get hired places, absolutely. What else does it mean? Degree-granting institution of higher learning. So believe it or not, I'm going to tell you that we're quote-unquote a real college. And I know sometimes we don't get grouped with real colleges, but we are. You're enrolled in an accredited degree-granting institution of higher learning. So here in the United States of America, there is the United States Department of Education, right? And ultimately, the United States Department of Education, they have 7 regional accrediting agencies that they say, you know what, you go out and you determine what a real college really is, and then that accrediting agency lists a whole bunch of things you have to meet. They have criteria, they have components, subcomponents, and it addresses everything to how we advertise, to how we divvy out federal financial aid, to how we teach. So you'll learn a lot about what outcomes assessment is, and you'll learn what institutional outcomes assessment is, and course, and program, and all these. They have all these criteria. Federal compliance, assurance arguments, quality initiatives. And if you meet all of these requirements that are set forth by the accrediting agency, by the regional accreditor, then the United States Department of Education says, okay, you're a college, you're a real college. So we happen to be accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. It's the largest one of those 7 accrediting agencies that accredits educational institutions. So, in fact, they accredit every educational institution in the Midwest region of the United States. So that means St. Louis University, Washington University, SIUE, Illinois State, Mizzou, all of us share the same accrediting agency. So when you earn a certificate or degree from Ranken, it's accredited by the same accrediting agency as somebody earning a bachelor's, master's, doctorate degree from WashU or SLU or wherever. So that's important. That's important because at some point in time you may choose to continue on your education, right? And at that point, that degree may mean something more to you than it means today. So we set you up for that success in the future. The rest of that mission really defines who we are. Providing the comprehensive education training necessary to prepare students for employment and advancement in various career fields. We're very focused on preparing you to go to work in your chosen technical career field. We actually have 37 different technical programs that are grouped into 5 core divisions that represent automotive, manufacturing, construction, electrical, and information technology. You'll hear today about how some of those programs, for example, when I say automotive, there's a Honda PAC program, there's a Ford Asset program, there's a GM ASEP program, and so on and so forth. So that you'll see how the 37 different programs come out of those 5 core divisions. Now we carry that mission out with a 3-part educational formula. Of course, the first component is technical education, and just because they're listed in a particular order doesn't mean that one has more or less importance. But I will tell you that our employers, they just assume that you, as a Ranken graduate, are going to be technically competent. They just assume that you know how to be a machinist, an electrician, an automotive maintenance mechanic, a carpenter, and so on and so forth. They just assume that you're going to be technically competent, right? That's just 1/3 of the educational formula. Second component is general education. Why do you think we do general education? Why do you think you all will have to go through a series of general education classes? Because we said so? That's not a good enough reason, right? Why do you think you have to do it? Yes? So you're not stupid? Well, that's good. We don't want you to be stupid, right? But that's not really why we do it. Who wants to take another guess? Yes? So you have the main concept of what's going on? Absolutely. That's true. I saw another hand over here. Yes? Absolutely. I will, yes. Well, there you go. That's true too, right? So to be a real college, you have to have general education. And that's a true statement. Everything that was said is true. However, that's not really why we do it. We do it because industry, employers tell us they want employees who can read, who can write, and who can communicate. They want employees who have an appreciation for lifelong learning, realizing that this is just the beginning, right? This is just the beginning. Whatever you learn today will be obsolete in some cases by the time you graduate. So how do we teach you how to teach yourselves? How do we make you appreciate that lifelong learning? That's why general education is there. In fact, even the technical component, how we decide what to teach is because we've got great industry advisory board members, such as people from Train and TriTech, that tell us this is what your students need to be able to do upon graduation. We base everything we do upon industry input. Now the third component is what we call work ethic. Who wants to take a shot at telling me what the work ethic component is? What's work ethic? Yes? How hard you work. So how do we measure how hard you work? If I ask you, do you work hard, I'm assuming you're going to say yes, right? Sometimes. So when you are working hard, how do I know that? How do I know you're working hard? What do I see or what do I witness? Who wants? Yes. Okay, participation, asking questions, right? Not sleeping. Yes. Yeah, showing consistency, persistence. Yes. Productivity, that's pretty good, right? The industry definitely looks at efficiency and productivity. I will tell you everything you listed is good work ethic. And there's also bad work ethic, right? There's the opposite. There's not showing up. There is sleeping on the job. There's falsifying information, right? So what we do here at Ranken is we actually have 5 core work ethic traits that include professionalism, positive attitude and approach, respect for workplace structure, the ability to get along with others, and honesty. We actually give you a grade on your transcript. In fact, if you look at Mr. Mazel's transcript from 1972, you're going to see the technical education, general education, and work ethic represented on that transcript. Every former, present, and future student has those 3 components on their transcript. And in fact, we've had students who have met the general education requirements. They've passed the technical classes, but because they did not meet that work ethic requirement, they didn't graduate from Ranken. That's how serious we take it. So again, I'm going to tell you the expectation is that you meet all 3 of those, and we're going to help you do that. We've got lots of classes and lots of rules, and Some of them make sense, some of them don't, and I will tell you, if there's something we're doing that doesn't make sense, ask your instructor, ask me, ask anybody with that Ranken logo on it. If they can't explain it, then maybe we shouldn't be doing it, right? That's how focused we are on that mission. Now, another question I get asked all the time is, what does the future of work look like? And I'll tell you, I wish I could say I know, but I really don't. So I'm going to show you a quick little video, because somebody smarter than me put it together, that shows you what the future of work looks like. Assuming technology works with me, right? There we go, now the lights are back on. So I'll tell you, play that video a lot, and I like the video, and I tell you, it has mixed emotions for some of the people. You know, some of the people get very nervous about it, some get very anxious. I'll tell you here, it excites me. It absolutely excites me. And I'll tell you, the people that get nervous and anxious, they look at that and they say, oh my gosh, you know, there wasn't a lot of people in that particular video. There was a lot of automation. And I think both of our other guest speakers will tell you, in fact, when you say automation and talk about TriTech, that just blows my mind. But anyway, it doesn't really scare me, and here's why. So the trucks, right? Otto was there, and Otto's been out for quite a while. It's a semi that drives itself. I'm sure most of you at this point in time have probably ridden in a vehicle, maybe a Tesla that drives itself, maybe a new Ford, right? Because what do they call it, the Blue Cruise? Isn't that what Ford has, where it's the hands-off drive? So the question becomes, well, is the mechanic going to have a job of tomorrow? If the gasoline internal combustion engine goes away, well, with that diesel truck, I'll tell you, the mechanics, or diesel mechanics, have always had to fix the transmission and the engine, or the motor, depending on what you want to call it, right? Now, they have to fix the driver as well. So it's not that it's going to put you all out of work, it's just going to change the skill set It's going to change the skill set that you're using. How many of you have actually used like this Chat GPT? Okay. So a couple of hands go up. It's foreign to me, I'll tell you. And for those of you who didn't raise your hand, if I say, well, who's used Siri and Alexa, maybe your hand would go up because you've used those, which is kind of the intro level with this artificial intelligence and this intelligence that go out and learns on its own. And here at Ranken, we embrace those technologies. We don't run. We don't try to hide from them. And maybe some of you that used it didn't put your hand up because you're afraid your high school teachers in there, and they're the ones that say, oh my gosh, don't you dare write this paper using this, right? I get that. But at the same token, those are all tools that you will learn. Those are all tools regardless of whether you're going into information technology or electrical or it's merging. And there's no better time than now for you to get into a technical career. I am going to tell you, and of course I'm paid to say it, right? But I really do mean it. You have made a wonderful choice. And you can go out there and look at middle skills, jobs gaps, and the future. And I'm going to tell you there's a great future for you in a technical career. In any of the programs that we offer, we have a wonderful job placement rate, but it's only because our graduates are wonderful, and it's only because we've got wonderful faculty and staff, and we have wonderful industry supporters such as Train and TriTech. That's our secret sauce. So without further ado, I'm going to say thank you to each and every one of you here for joining me. I'm anxious to have you a part of the Ranken family, and now I'm going to turn it over to the more important people. I'm going to invite Frank back up here, and he's going to invite the industry experts, and you'll learn a lot more from them than you will from me. Again, thank you for joining me here today.
So our second guest speaker is a senior account manager for Train. Please welcome Jennifer Gein.
Good morning. It's so nice to be here with you all again. I was here last year and this was one of my favorite events of the year. It's just nice to see the future of the workforce. I'm really excited to share with you a couple of slides that I put together. How many of you have heard of Train in this audience? Quite a few. We are a global HVAC manufacturer. A few years ago we became Train Technologies. Anybody aware of that? It was right before the world shut down, actually. And we became a standalone global climate innovator with two sub-brands, both of which are industry partners with NC3, so Train and Thermo King. So as a global climate innovator, my Train colleagues and I congratulate these students as they prepare themselves for careers in high demand, high tech, high wage fields in climate solutions. You'll be earning industry recognized certifications that will distinguish you as you apply for jobs and build your careers and your futures. As you see here, Train alone has 34 manufacturing locations worldwide, many of those which are right here in the United States. We have 36,000 employees. We truly hope that some of you will eventually join our team. So why is this important? You can see the number right up there. 72% of skilled labor employers in the state of Missouri alone cited a shortage of workers as a major barrier to expanding business and addressing unprecedented demand. The HVAC demand landscape is constantly evolving. First and foremost, retirements, followed by global challenges that focus on energy efficiency and indoor air quality in buildings, food loss due to refrigerated transport issues, all coupled with a sea of change, as we just witnessed in that video, as buildings go from being mechanical islands to digitally connected with the Internet of Things, cloud-based computing, data analytics, and new predictive and proactive industry service models. It's really, truly an exciting time as things change. From the Bureau of Labor Statistics, we know that HVAC industry will need 40,000 technicians nationally every year for the next decade. In Missouri, this equates to just under 700 annually. Wages are on the rise too. This is a very competitive career path, with the U.S. average in this field ranging from $61,000 to $166,000 annually. So a quote from our CEO, why Train is really an exceptional company, and again, I hope you guys look into working for us someday. One person can change a company, one company can change an industry, and one industry can change the world. Thank you again for making this important and exciting choice today, signified by signing your letter of commitment.
Thank you, Jennifer. So our guest speaker is Vice President of Strategic Initiatives for TriTech Automation. They are a great industry partner, hire and actively seek Ranken graduates. Please welcome Mr. James Mason.
Good day, everybody hear me okay? I kind of need to walk while I talk, Ranken NC. First and foremost, guys, thank you everybody for being here today. Ranken's a great institution. I've got a few notes, but I'm going to pivot just real quick and reiterate what Don said. When he was talking about that work ethic piece, guys, I can't underestimate that enough. If you will show up every day with a good attitude, willing to work and willing to learn, you're going to be set apart and go far in life. I guarantee you that. That is one of the biggest things we look for in our team is, are they a good cultural fit? We look for attitude. Positive attitude, positive work ethic. So 100% just wanted to reinforce that. Yeah, so James Meisel, member of the TriTech team, right? So TriTech Automation is a systems integrator. We are located in St. Louis, Missouri. So systems integrator is a kind of an industry term. So what does that mean? Basically, we work with manufacturing facilities, and we design stuff for them, we program stuff for them, we build stuff for them. Our primary mission is to try to help them do things safer, faster, more efficient, more effective, more data driven type solutions so that we can maintain our competitiveness on the world stage. So some people we help might be some names you might not recognize, a Nestle Purina, an Anheuser-Busch. There's people you wouldn't recognize, maybe some of our natural gas type producers, but super important to get the goods and services that we need to live our lives, right? So we're very blessed in our field to have somebody like Ranken in our community. So quick high-level bio on the company. Also about 50 employees. We've been in business about 8 years, and try to highlight the importance of Ranken to us. We've got about 50 employees. 40 of them are in the state of Missouri. 10 of them exist in various places around, outside the state of Missouri. So right now, I want to say 14 out of 40 in the St. Louis Metro were Ranken grads. That's a pretty high percentage. I think it's approaching 40% if my math's correct. I apologize. About 40% of our people are Ranken grads, and to give you a kind of a range of folks that we have everything from design engineers, so people that do drawings and electrical schematics and stuff like that, to software engineers that do programming and networks. We have folks that build stuff, wire stuff. We have folks that install stuff. We have folks that go commission stuff. What's up, Corey? Sorry, Mr. Harvard's from out where we are. Yeah, so we got a wide range of kind of jobs and skills, and the awesome thing about us is we have Ranken grads at every level of that, right? So we've got guys that love working with their hands still, that work in out our shop and build stuff for our customers. That's super important. We have guys that design stuff, we have guys that program stuff, we have guys that go make stuff work. So again, Ranken absolutely critical for us. So as far as your choices that you're making today, trust me, I know almost everybody in the St. Louis Metro that does what we do. All of them employ Ranken grads. You guys are going to have a bright future. So a little bit about our company for context, right? I'm going to share just a couple quick stories that have had an impact on my life and kind of reinforce a little bit of the choice that you were making. So I was a product of the 90s, right? Back when phones still had cords and we had to go outside and play and all that stuff. So when I was in high school, we were kind of told, hey, go to college, you're going to be a failure. That's what we were told. Carte blanche, every guidance counselor, societally, that's kind of what you were told. So I did that. I went to school I went to college right out of high school for about 2.5 years. The way I learn is probably like some of you men in here. I like to take stuff, put my hands on it, break it, then I figure out how it's supposed to work. So sitting in a college classroom getting lectured to for several hours wasn't really right for me, so I left and went and participated in a family business for a little while and learned there. But my point highlighting this is, you know, I spent a lot of my time today talking to high school age folks, middle school age folks. Actually, we had some second graders out not too long ago. I'm really passionate about the youth of America and kind of filling this big skills gap that we have. So I tell people all the time, it's not about your parchment or whatever. These are just tools. Education is just a tool. It's kind of what you do with it. And moreover, what your goal is in life, right? A goal without a plan is kind of called a wish. So if this is your plan, you're making a very solid choice. Whether your plan is college, whether it's trade school, whether it's getting together with a couple of your buddies and starting a business, as long as you have a plan, that's what's important. I was told to go to college. I was kind of wrong, right? I wish I could have made some different choices in life. Full disclosure, I did go back, like Don mentioned. I went back when in my very late 20s and did get a degree, just kind of out of a personal kind of life thing. But yeah, I wish I would have kind of made some choices differently in my younger days. So that's kind of a little bit about me. So really great choice you guys are making. Some of the kind of anecdotal stuff. My dad is here. Like you said, he went to Ranken like 100 years ago, as all men do. Back in the 70s, he led the first grade. And some of his journey, right? So again, I mean, he went into the electrical kind of field, right? So he started a manufacturing facility over in Metro East here in the St. Louis area. Started off as a third shift electrician, but with the tools he got here, the skills he got, and along with his drive, he moved up and became maintenance manager, and then an engineer, and then engineering manager, and then a plant manager. Ultimately, in his career as Vice President of U.S. Operations, he had a couple patents that he has his name on. So, the skills that he got here, along with his work ethic, took him very far in life. I'm very lucky. He's my hero. I get to have dinner with him regularly, right? So, very blessed for that. But if you guys take these tools and these skills that you get and apply drive to that and that work ethic piece, you're gonna go far in life. Another kind of anecdotal story. Actually, Mr. Harvard knows him. Fellow that works for me named Andy. He was kind of in your shoes. I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, probably, right around number. Went to Ranken out of high school. He did the EAT and CST program, so that's the electrical automation technology and control system technology. If I get the acronyms right. Andy started off as more of a finished up school, got these skills right. He went into more of a hands-on route right out of school. He was building stuff and wiring stuff and installing stuff. And then he kind of said, hey, can I help you start that up? I got to install it. Can I help you start it up? Okay, then he got to help it start it up, and he kind of learned some there. And then he's like, hey, can I make some programming modifications? And kind of, okay, well, now I've got that. And, Andy's kind of worked his way all the way up. He actually built and commissioned one of the largest automated quarries in the state of Missouri. Kind of went off without a hitch. Andy's built several large plants. Very sharp dude. He is kind of maintaining the technical route in his career. He's kind of what we're going to call subject matter expert. So he's decided to stay on the technical side of things. But that's no problem, right? Like, so he's going to continue to harness his skills. He's a senior controls engineer today. He makes a very good living. Very sharp dude. Another one on the team, right? Jacob. Very similar story to Andy. Same programs. Got out. He was doing more of like kind of a high level, kind of hardware type architect role, then went into the hands-on role. But Jacob leads a team of engineers today, so he worked his way up, started programming. I mean, he's built natural gas processing plants, chemical plants. So these guys are very exceptionally smart individuals. Two of the better engineers we have. And we've got degreed engineers, right? There's nothing wrong with them. We've got some with master's degrees. There's nothing wrong with them. But a couple of those guys, actually, we don't see the world this way, but they kind of work underneath Jacob. Jacob's their team lead. So he chose to kind of go into the people route, right? And he's super passionate about taking younger people and getting them exposure and helping them grow, right? So that was his story. We've got several others. John Lilly started off building panels for us, and now he does design work. He's designing a whole aluminum plant today, so we're building a big aluminum plant in Kentucky. He's kind of the lead designer on that, so super cool stuff. And all kind of stems from the skills they got from here. So that's some anecdotal experiences that Ranken's had on my life, my business. kind of in closing, sharing a little bit of the labor statistics, right? So the #1 challenge facing manufacturing today, and this isn't limited to manufacturing, this is all the trades, but #1 problem manufacturers are having is labor shortages. That's even beyond supply chain, and maybe for those of you who don't work in the industry, the supply chain's a mess right now, it's horrible. But the labor shortage is still the #1 challenge. U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, 60% of all technical people in manufacturing are 55 years or older. That's a problem. That's a big problem. For every 5 retiring, there's 1 qualified replacement. Big problem. So if you're looking for job security, you came to the right place. If you're looking for job security and career advancement. Yeah. So guys, can't express enough the good choices you've made in life. This is an excellent choice. Again, my contact information, I do apologize, I have to run immediately following this, but my email's up there. If you are in the EAT or CST program, we do take interns. We love helping people out. If you just need some career guidance, we are super passionate about giving back and trying to help young folks. And again, I'll kind of piggyback on a couple more comments just about the technology piece. That video was awesome. That's not tomorrow, guys. All that technology is here today. Embrace it. And again, it is job security for all you guys. All that stuff needs really, really smart technical people to work on it. So do not get overly concerned about that. And then also, I would just encourage you to go out there, guys. You get to decide what kind of world you live in tomorrow. Go out there and dream. Walt Disney is one of my favorite people, and a quote that resonated with me is he kind of said, it's kind of fun doing impossible things. So don't ever be held back, guys. Get your skills, get your tools here. Go out there, use them, apply them, and you can change the world. So appreciate your time, guys.
Thank you, James. So like he said, his father's here. We just wanted to at least acknowledge that he came today, and he's actually a graduate of 1972. We actually have what they call golden graduates, which here in about, less than a month or so, we're going to have our May graduation. And during that ceremony, we recognize our golden graduates, and they're usually out 50 years. And we're glad, Daryl, that you came today, because I think you wanted to see the place, right? Yeah, so thank you both. We really appreciate it. So now it's going to be signing time. So we'll hopefully get you kind of in an orderly fashion here to sign. And so the table has enough places for 6 at a time. I'll show the names. And what we'll do is we'll line up on this side. It's going to start with automotive. But we're going to give you a hat, so you won't need these hats up here. But we'll give you a hat. You'll sign 2 letters, 1 to take with you, 1 for us. Our president's going to shake your hand as you exit the stage, and we'll get a quick picture. Most of our pictures go on Flickr, so parents, you'll be able to access that, and we'll have it on our website and our Facebook and those kinds of things. Don, you always like to say MySpace, right?
That's what I use.
Yeah, he's still using MySpace. So it'll be on all those things, right? So without further ado, we'll start with the automotive. And I apologize, I'm not very great with names, so I'll do my best, but I'll apologize up front. So I believe if automotive wants to start by lining up here on the left side of the stage, my right, we'll get you up here, and so we should have Ibel Harris, Braden Silva, Serenity Minor, Jonathan Oliver, Anthony Stewart, and Levi Weber. So if I called your name, you can go ahead and head up, grab a hat, and sit at the table, and you should find your name up at the table. So the signing of this letter is really your intent to not only come to Ranken, but enter a technical career field. So that's what that NC3 checkoff video was about. We're just acknowledging that they've made that choice, and of course we think it's a good choice. So go ahead and sign, put your hats on. once you sign both, we'll kind of start from the far end, closest to Don there. And as you exit, he'll shake your hand, we'll get a quick photo, and then you can return to your seat.
I did. Did you get it? Got it. Okay, good. Guess that. Everybody good? Good? We good. If somebody out there needs a picture in it where we just say something, okay? Great.
Okay, so our next group, and I should have named what the program as well, Timothy Finnegan with Automotive Maintenance Technology, Ford Asset, Malaya McIntyre, Automotive Maintenance Technology, Ford Asset, Ryan Rowe, Automotive Maintenance Technology, Ford Asset, Thaddeus Wells, Automotive Maintenance Technology, Ford Asset, Hunter Breeden, Automotive Maintenance Technology, ProTech, and Eli Kropinski, Automotive Maintenance Technology, ProTech. And once you've done both of them, you can start heading off. So our next set will be Christopher Apathiker, Automotive Maintenance Technology, Honda Pack. Tori Morrow, Automotive Maintenance Technology, Honda Pack. William Gray, Automotive Maintenance Technology, Toyota T10. Tyler Hartman, Automotive Maintenance Technology, Toyota T10. Jordan Tabron, Automotive Maintenance Technology, Toyota T10. And Johnny Tran, Automotive Maintenance Technology, Toyota T10. This group consists of Diesel Technology, Jazzy Buckner, Jose Diaz-Romero, James Eating, Dylan House, Peyton Reese, Aspen Welker. The next are High Performance Racing Technology, Jess McNeil, Dakota Parker, Caden Smith, Ashley Walker, Arn Williams, and Jeremiah Williamson. I think we're through automotive. Just so everybody knows, automotive is usually a little bit bigger group because we actually have to get some of them on with the dealership before they can start school. So it seems like we always have a little bit more on the automotive end. So we move to the construction division. So Antonio McCoy, Architectural Technology, Anthony Cherry, Building System Engineering Technology, Molly Abney, Carpentry and Building Construction Technology, Alea Bailey, Carpentry and Building Construction Technology, Lara Priest, Carpentry and Building Construction Technology, and Sean Scott, Carpentry and Building Construction Technology. Household Construction Division, Demetris Dorsey, Aj Mohammed, Miguel Aguera, Emescu, hopefully I'm close on that one. Plumbing and Pipe Fitting Technology, Talon Green, Plumbing Technology, Jalen Mays, Plumbing Technology, and Shaheen Payne, Plumbing Technology. Following students are Electrical Division, Ethan Dickerson, Control Systems Technology, Tapira McMullen, Control Systems Technology, Chase Rule, Control Systems Technology, Jaden Jones, Electrical Automation Technology, and Madeline O'Grady, Electrical Automation Technology.
Perfection takes time, right?
Also in Electrical Division, Terrell Ewing, Electrical Systems Design Technology, Ian Hutton, Electrical Systems Design Technology, Mark Smith, Electrical Systems Design Technology, Benjamin Waldegruff, Electrical Systems Design Technology. Next group is Information Technology Division. Anthony Odoms, Application Web Development. Nathan Bond, Information Technology. Jack Mudd, Information Technology. Trey Roberts, Information Technology. Andrew Schultz, Information Technology, and Ryan Wolf, Information Technology. Next group is Manufacturing Division. Benjamin Rotter, Advanced Precision Machining Technology. McKenna Argett, Agricultural Engineering Technology. Jaden Bader, Fabrication Welding Technology. Balthazar Herrera, Fabrication Welding Technology. Devin Huffaker, Huffaker, Fabrication Welding Technology. I think we got everybody signed. So as you leave, students, there's a gift bag for you. So as you exit, we'll give you that. We ask that if you want to do a tour with your family, if you want to wrap up any loose ends in admissions, financial aid, we can do that. We can also offer you lunch in the atrium. So if you head back to the atrium, they do have lunch and hopefully a few more tables. And we're just glad that you came today. It was really great seeing our new incoming students, the parents, and I'll just kind of leave on this. Being a parent myself, I'm glad to see parents that are supporting their children today, because that means a lot. Obviously, they're the kind of guests of honors today, but I just want to say we should give the parents a hand because they're supporting you in your career, right? And of course, the students. So again, we'll give you another round of applause. Thank you for coming today. We look forward to seeing you in the class.
I will say one more thing. Again, welcome to all of you, and I do appreciate you for joining us here today. Congratulations to each and every one of the students. So I'll put a plug out there. If you've got some extra time and you have not toured the facilities, I strongly encourage you to do it. We've got faculty members here that can show you, even if you're going into diesel, for example. I know that we've got Sean here that can represent the Wentzville diesel facility, and he knows the Perryville diesel. He can actually talk to you about it and show you our automotive programs here. I encourage you to talk to the existing students. There's current students that are in class right now, so again, if you've got the time, I strongly encourage you to take the tour. The faculty and staff are anxious to show off what they're doing and what's going on, so please, by all means, take them up on that offer. And again, thank you for being here. I'll turn it back over to Frank.
So thank you again. We'll kind of try to do this as easy as possible. I would say the back row, kind of start your exit, and then we'll kind of work our way up to the front. And again, thank you. Head toward the atrium, and hopefully have a good rest of the day.